Anthony Davis to the Washington Wizards, an absolute travesty of a downfall. Credit to the franchise for not being soft, deciding to have enough of their failures, looking to build something off their soon-to-be 33-year-old vet with Trae Young. Alex Sarr looking good, a likely top 5 pick on the way. At this point, AD's Moses Malone / Michael Jordan in a Washington uniform. Giannis staying put in Milwaukee, an absolute travesty from clickbait shams. At least Golden State ended their John Kuminga fiasco, got back injury prone Kristaps Porzingis, drawing in the towel on any Steph Curry contending dreams. It's over for Golden State. The Bulls continue to stay mid with absolutely no direction, a dumpster fire of a franchise post Michael Jordan. What else is new? The team will exist for 30-ish wins until God knows how long. These players' careers ain't gonna last long. Starting with Chris Paul, traded to the Raptors, then waived, might end up having the most painful retirement tour, held hostage, forced to sit home. It's been over 2 months. Tensions with the Clippers hit a boiling point. CP3 should have had the perfect rodeo last season with San Antonio, now just begging on social media to get another shot, even if he plays 3 more games just to feel that hardwood a couple more times. Imagine he's training every day to get that opportunity, only to find out nobody wants him. The most decorated player in a Clippers uniform got told to F off. Too bad he doesn't have a true franchise home like a Udonis Haslem from Miami. San Antonio, with all those guards balling out, don't need him. OKC just won a title last season. Why would they want Paul now after winning a title? Getting waived by the Raptors to end his illustrious career, the most painful way to get sent off. Not everything in life ends gracefully. Kobe's retirement tour truly had future Hall of Famers believing they all deserve to be celebrated before calling it quits. For a guy who can't move at the NBA level anymore, can't defend, lost his legs, no more jumper. CP3 should have known once he hit the big 4-0, everything goes downhill physically. The bad rap he's gotten from the Clippers over the last 5 months could be the final nail in the coffin. Mike Conley, super beyond wash. Many have no idea he's averaging just 4.4 points on the season, 32% from the field last 8 games. 8% to be exact, similar to Jason Kidd territory 2013 Pacers series. Also an undersized floor general, listed 6'1", probably 5'11" at best. He's had a good career. Impossible to imagine he'll be playing next season. Sent to the Bulls, then to Charlotte, waived. Minnesota bring him back since the Wolves no longer his most recent team. There's no more hope for him being a contributor, closer to joining a coaching staff. Lonzo Ball, sent to the Jazz, the now 28-year-old supposed to be in his prime age, but after those brutal knee surgeries, the former number 2 pick might be out the league forever. Averaged a disgusting 4-4-4 stat line with Cleveland, failed to be the Ty Jerome replacement, shipped it to Utah, looking like one of the most tragic wasted talents. 4 full years since Lonzo balled out with the Bulls, the last indication of any hope Chicago had. The Jazz remains the poster child franchise, acquiring a random guy as a throw-in piece from the deadline, only to immediately waive them, an annual tradition. If Charlotte don't take him, there's no need for Lonzo on the other 29 teams. His development screwed to the point of no return, the worst shooting percentage of players getting above 20 minutes. Come on. Mason Plumlee, waived by OKC, there goes his hopes at a title. The 13-year vet will be 36 in March, a long career for a role player, already played for 7 different teams, a prototypical solid journeyman. It's been real. Cam Thomas, a real nightmare, an absolute travesty of a failure by the Nets. Why the hell did they sign him to a 1-year qualifying offer, then waive him after? For what? An ugly divorce for the one-dimensional scorer, already has his reputation ruined. Nothing more than a ball stopper, will waste possessions dribbling the air out the ball. While he's not playing, throws an attitude, being grumpy coming off the bench his first 2 years. Now when his team stinks, brings no real value. Just one of those guys who's more talented than over half the league, has tunnel vision, plays no defense, doesn't get along with any coaches. His early season injury only led to his downfall. Also doesn't feel like improving the other areas of his game. Settling for that 1-year $6 million deal and didn't want to take more? Extremely stupid. When looking to increase his value, should have taken as much as possible. might be nothing more than a vet minimum going forward, or even go overseas by 2027. A combination of injuries, attitude, not progressing as a player, refusing a real contract extension. Thomas might want to fire his agent. Haywood Highsmith hasn't played at all this season. Now 29 years old, might find himself overseas, had surgery on his meniscus, traded to the Nets, instantly let go. Why would anyone pick him up if he can't suit up until next season? Super forgotten. Duop Reed, 3 seasons in the league. The 6'9 center, already 29 years old, cut by Atlanta, was already out for the year. Chris Boucher, many don't believe he's 33 years old. Thought he was 27, already way past his prime, only suited up 9 games for Boston, provided nothing, waived by Utah. The 6'8 power forward, bad rebounder for his size, not a good outside shooter, slow-footed now, lost tons of athleticism. Only chance he gets another shot if Sixers Nick Nurse screams for him. If a team like the short-handed Celtics, who lacks rotational guys at the 4 and 5 position, couldn't use him properly, I'm afraid his time in the NBA donezo. Free agency unfortunately didn't move the needle for the borderline contenders. No teams as deep as the Thunder when healthy. A buyout guy's not gonna make a mediocre team all of a sudden championship caliber. The biggest loser all deadlines, Shams Charania, tweeting non-stop about a potential Giannis trade, fooled us all, lost his credibility overnight. Milwaukee and Giannis also huge losers, staying put on a team. Giannis doesn't want to sound like a bad guy. Milwaukee's not going to get you anywhere anymore. What doesn't Giannis understand? Why the hell did they even have to cut Dame Lillard in the first place? The longer Giannis stays in Milwaukee, the more wasted chance he gets, perhaps never win another title. Winners, Indiana Pacers future, landing top center Ivica Zubac, still having Siakam, alongside the mix for a top draft pick in the loaded upcoming draft class. Tyrese Halliburton gonna return next season, a squad looking back to be in the finals hunt, resetting the button for one season, sometimes that's all it takes. Loser, John Moran. No more Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bane, Jared Jackson, Steven Adams, everybody gone. Nobody wants the immature former superstar whose game declined rapidly at the young age of 26. Memphis smart for getting all these first round picks, building for the future, knowing their main guy's star of the season, not good enough. One of the big namers whose reputation tarnished to no repair. Loser, the Dallas Mavericks giving up Luka Doncic for scraps. A no-use Anthony Davis. The disgraceful Nico Harrison should never get another NBA GM job. Washed up Chris Middleton, Marvin Bagley, 2 first-rounders, not enough. The only bright side, Cooper Flag. You can't tell me that wasn't rigged by the league. God knows what they do with Kyrie next. Loser, Golden State. Steph Curry's chances at pursuing another title, it ain't happening with the Warriors. Finally got rid of Kuminga, but for a banged up Kristaps Porzingis, how many games he played this season? Super injury prone, contract expires after this year, super old team. Mike Dunleavy's feelings still probably hurt from what Giannis did to him more than a decade ago. Loser, James Harden's reputation. Don't even mess with the Beer's money. Loyalty and words will never exist. The now 36-year-old magically always finds a way to get what he wants, but of course chokes every postseason. When the Clippers all of a sudden looking good, the 11-time All-Star snubbed, will probably only get his jersey retired by Houston, bouncing around every other year, ruthless behavior, but at least his Cleveland Cavaliers are winners, trying to low-key get Giannis and welcoming LeBron to a farewell tour, keeping Donovan Mitchell happy for now, low-key looking to form a super team for next season. The Beer, one of the best passers in the game. The lobs thrown to Mobley and Allen will be impeccable. Mitchell scoring low will take loads off the Beer. The Eastern Conference most wide open since 2018. Anything but a finals appearance would be labeled a massive failure. Loser, Nigel Hayes. Lakers, slight winners for now. Got rid of the atrocious Gabe Vincent. For Luke Kennard, excellent 3-point shooter but plays no defense, still not a dread. Instead of losing 4-1 in the first round like last season, maybe they lose 4-2. Two biggest losers, Sacramento Kings, Chicago Bulls. What the hell are they even doing every season? Same results. How's Patrick Williams still on the team? Pat Connaughton, waived, his career might be done. Winner, Jose Alvarado, now suiting up for his hometown squad. Great energy guy off the bench. Knick fans gotta love him. Nikola Vucevic finally getting out of the Bulls. A stretch 5 for Boston, a team that could shock a lot of people. Miami Heat doing absolutely nothing. Loser Pat Riley sleeping every deadline as usual.